see here from MEGALOW HQ. And oh boy, do we got a countdown list for you. Keep in mind that this list of CTR Bandicoots is based on my perspective, and my perspective alone. Any Bandicoot that I place in a specific spot on this list depends on their playability, what I think of them in my own opinion. So remember that this is my own list here. Anyway, let's get right to it. This is the top 9 CTR Bandicoots of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
To start off in 9th place, we've got Fake Crash, dubbed as Junior by the Soniverse headcanon. This big-toothed buddy is generally portrayed as rather clueless and dim, yet as capable as Crash when it comes to his physical abilities and skills. He's a mysterious one who tends to show up out of nowhere and usually without much context. The reason why I put him so low on the list for CTR Nitro Fueled is because I played him the least online, even though I was able to get all his skins and costumes as of me making this video. Remember, I don't hate this guy. I see Junior as a son to Crash rather than his goofy clone, and I do adore his dances too. Did I mention that his cowboy and nerd costume animations at the podium is so awesome? However, I barely play as him online due to going up against other players, even as an intermediate type. For local arcade, he is so fascinating to have on Team Bandicoot from the old 2003's Nitro Kart, with him in 1999's Team Racing, Japan's version of Crash Bash, Entranced, Boom Bang, Ripto's Rampage, Imaginator's 1998's Warped, and all 3 games in the Insane Trilogy. Live on, Junior. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I have to be fully honest with you guys. Having Isabella, shortened to Isabella in 8th, was hard as Nitro Fueled is her first playable debut, being an intermediate type behind the wheel. According to her wiki page, Isabella is known for having an obsession with vehicles as she constantly makes remarks about her cars. She also appears to be the most mellow of the Nitro Squad members as she tends to act sweet. In spite of this, however, Isabella also appears to be the one who takes losing the worst, as she'll physically throw a tantrum upon missing out on the top step of the victory podium. Isabella is voiced by Melanie Menicino, which is surprising that I was able to get her attention on Twitter just by giving her a shout out for giving Isabella an Italian accent. But in terms of playing as her in online matchmaking is on par with Fake Crash via playability. And yes, I did get all her skins in her motorsport outfit. For that, I played as her offline just for fun, but I do wonder how Crash will feel about Isabelle having some similarities to his girlfriend Tana, since it's been confirmed that both female Bandicoots had the same body type before Nitro Fuel changed that to make Isabelle stand out from Tana. Anyway, it's nice to see her gain supercharged powers when putting on her motorsport gear. Isabelle was podium girl for both Crash and Coco back in 1999, but she later landed a big part in the season finale of Bay Waters. 20 years later, Isabelle returns for the Nitro Tour as a fully playable racer, and that put a huge smile on my face. Fun fact, Isabelle's accent is a little nod to the origin of her name when playing Nitro Fueled. I can already sense the amount of comments on this one being at 7th place. I'll explain. Amy was indeed a difficult to put here since I've seen her all the time online when matchmaking during the Nitro Tour. Anyway, Amy also comes in Nitro Fueled for her very first time playable, being an advanced type in terms of speed. From her Wikipedia, Amy is by far the most aggressive member of the Nitro Squad. She is very physically active, constantly flexing her arms and performing backflips on the victory podium, implying a deep obsession with her muscles. She is a tomboy, which is even reflected in her original Crash Team Racing epilogue. She also hates losing, as she would sulk while crossing her arms. What shocked me is her design for Nitro Fueled, and there's backstory too. Turns out from the game files of the Switch version had Amy with her original hairstyle from 1999, but it would seems like Beanox altered it to make her hair similar to Liz's. Amy's hair is styled into a bob cut and she now has lipstick and yellow eyeshadow. Her mini dress now has a yellow checkerboard pattern on her hips, and like Liz, she now wears dark green leggings with yellow stripes. In terms of Amy, she is voiced by Sissy Jones, in which her Twitter can be seen, so give her praise for giving this tough babe of a Bandicoot such a fine-looking personality, even when Amy wears her motorsport gear. Fun fact, Amy's ending in the original CTR states that she was sick of giving out trophies and wants a few of her own, and it took her 20 years for that to happen within Nitro Fueled itself. Funny enough, Amy's stats in the game is the same as what is about to come up next in terms of this countdown. So Amy, prepare yourself for what's coming up next on this list. Well, look who finally decided to make a comeback after a decade of absence. For the 6th spot, we got Crunch Bandicoot. Crash and Coco's older brother who went from being himself in Wrath of Cortex to a bad impersonator of Mr. T in Tag Team Racing onwards. Thank God Beanox fixed our big tough Bandicoot here, as his traits is reverted to being more of a tough jock attitude with several abrasive traits similar to his personality in Crash Nitro Kart. This is good, consider what we like about Crunch back in the early 2000s. As I played him, I unlocked him from start as I pre-ordered the Oxide Edition, beat Adventure Mode as Crunch, and played him online before Nitro Tour's arrival. Adding to him was his own skins, plus brand new ones as of this video, such as his racing outfit, robotic form, and even a dirt bike outfit. According to Nitro Fueled, Crunch's stats is heavily on speed, same as Ami's. However, with Sonic vs. Headcannon, Crunch fights alongside his younger siblings against their adversary Dr. Cortex and other baddies for years until they hit to put aside their differences to join the All-Stars against Polygon Man in 2016. In terms of offline play, Crunch's podium animations is what you expect from flexing to sporting new racing attire, so that means that I'll be getting him a new racing SUV or truck to go with it. Just don't expect it to get totaled on the track, or off-road, like a rally race or something. Strange enough, Crunch's first voice actor was Kevin Michael Richardson, but afterwards was Chris Williams. Now, Crunch is voiced by Akamada, who also voices Baby T. Alright tough guy, you're back in action, and you better stay that way too. I don't want fans going apeshit that you just disappeared from future games for dumb reasons. Oh shit, we're halfway through this list, and it's a treat too. Coming in at 5th place is Megumi, and I got myself a lot of feels out of playing as this one. Megumi's most visible trait here is her unrestrained sense of excitement, which clashes with her very own courteous personality. Out of all the Nitro Squad members, Megumi is the least aggressive, and seems solely focused on enjoying herself than claiming victory. The more I look at Megumi's expressions when idling karts, the more heart attacks of joy I'll be getting from her alone. Fun fact, Megumi's epilogue from 1999 states that she unveiled a new line of perfume called Eau de Coute, featuring the alluring scent of fermenting wampa fruit. Let's just hope that Megumi doesn't spray it, or Crash will sniff it out. Anyway, I was able to get her skins, her motorsport outfit, and completed most of the CTR and CNK time trials with Megumi. I even had fun with her online, and I'm still getting happy strokes from just looking at her face. And oh man, Megumi is one of 3 Bandicoots to have max acceleration in CTR, right behind Tana and Coco as an intermediate type. Let me say this right now, Megumi has gained waifu status for many fans, and I bet they got some reasons that I'm hoping to read in the comments as this video goes live. According to her VA, Megumi is voiced by Stephanie Shed, who also has a Twitter. Oh man, does everyone on this list has a Twitter? For now, Megumi's podium animations is what you expect from Japanese-style anime expressions, mostly from anime itself, and I'm not kidding either. Google it and look for it yourself. But remember, Megumi will cheer you on as Nitro Fueled is in its prime as of me making this video. Now, onward to the next one. I bet you're asking why I put Liz at the 4th spot on this list? It's simple, she can drift. But let's dive right on in as to why in my opinion that I put Liz high on this countdown. First, her epilogue in the original game states that she posed for an adult magazine called Bandy Boy, buying her dream Malibu mansion with her earnings. Reading Liz's own ending had me question if her new voice actress Victoria Atkin knows about this. Anyway, what I find strange of Liz is implied to be hungry for fame and fortune. Her general attitude implies she has no interest in actually winning a race as much as basking in the attention victory would bring. Sorry to burst your bubbles, Liz, but not everyone can become famous and rolling in stacks of cash. Not unless you've been in various cities of Need for Speed, including Ventura Bay, Fortune Valley, or even Palm City street racing for that extra cash and rep. For the only Bandicoot to be a beginner type as Liz's handling is on point, but her speed sucks. Why? Dunno guys, but let's see if Liz can handle cars that are modded specifically for drifting. That I pay good to see what. Even I was able to get her skins and motorsport outfit. Her own podium animations hints at her being a former model for Bandy Boy magazine. I barely played Liz online as her speed will not do it for me, but I can't diss her since Liz's fame has been achieved through all sorts of fan art, even the erotic ones. For now, I can say that if Liz wants to beat me in a drift run, she better come in with an actual modded drift build cars than karts. Also, does anyone notice that when Liz is in her motorsport gear that she wields purple sacred fire? I'll let you think about while I get us ready for the top 3 Bandicoots on this list. Going in at 3rd, We have the Bandicoot that put PlayStation on the map himself, and that's Crash. Why? That's because it was very hard to put this dude above his own son and brother along with the Nitro Squad. Crash has been in all his games, plus spin-offs too as an honorable mention. Crash's own personality is hard to pinpoint in his own series, but with my Soniverse headcanon, I can state that Crash's traits from Naughty Dog themselves goes as follows. He is rather wacky, kind-hearted and laid back. For CTR, he's the main badass of the group, with having his set of skins as more costumes than everyone else on this list. Even his baby version that was added in the second Grand Prix gave him more skins. Other than that, being the intermediate one behind the wheel is what made him beat his enemies. Crash rarely maintains a great deal of contempt. I am amazed at how much he's been through in the past 23 years as Crash is with his sister Coco, his girlfriend/wife Tana, brother Crunch, his own son Fade Crash, Dubas Jr., Aku Aku, Pura, Polar, Baby T, and with Tana's friends Isabella, Amy, Megumi, and Liz. And don't forget Coco's pal Yaya, allies Pasadena and Ebenezer too. That Crash himself has even gained the friendship of Spyro, Jack, Ratchet, and even the accelerants Shay and York. Rock on Crash. I'm looking forward to another adventure starring this iconic badass on Wampa Island. However, having Crash at the third spot was the hardest thing I had to do in my opinion, as I knew it was gonna to happen. Shoutouts to voice actors Brendan O'Brien, Chip Chinnery, Stephen Bloom, and currently Jess Harnell for getting my Bandicoot buddy on point. Looks like it's time to reveal the number 2 spot. Right here, right now. So, Coco gets the second spot on this list. It's no coincidence that Crash's sister would be here since her current voice actress Debbie Derryberry voiced her the most since 2001. Shoutouts to Vicky Winters, Hynden Bosch, Anna Garduno, and Tara Strong for doing voiceovers from this genius of a Bandicoot. Coco is generally depicted as responsible, smart, kind-hearted, good-natured and high-spirited too. Her educated wit often contrasted by an innocent-like demeanor. Having an IQ of 164 is scary, as Coco is far from prissy and is generally tolerant, if not outright amused by Crash's behavior. She also shares his altruistic code, even to some enemies. In CTR, Coco's acceleration is sacred, making her the same as Megumi and Tana. According to the Soniverse headcanon, Coco is currently the aunt of Fake Crash, also known as Junior, since her brother Crash and future sister-in-law Tana gave birth to him. Coco also gained the same allies as Crash, including those from other worlds such as Elara, Kira, Talwin, and of course, the accelerant spouses Tiara and Honey too. Coco's great with technology, as she always carries a pink, turquoise laptop occasionally and is skilled at hacking. She is a fan of martial arts films and masculine sports such as wrestling and NASCAR, stating that she could be one day. Coco is also more feminine, preppy, sassy, often take eccentric poses, and has liking of beauty and shopping. For now, I'm gonna let Coco be Coco, as her bio is a fucking minefield full of information relating to herself, even her infant version too, which is now officially odd. Anyway, it's time to bring in my personal Bandicoot that I've been waiting to this countdown list for a very long time. And finally, it has come forward. First of all, fuck the manga that has Crash's girlfriend be with Pinstripe. It is garbage in my opinion. So, why did I make Tana my top pick? Easy. I played her the most in Nitro Fueled. I unlocked her through the Nitro Tour's bronze tier goals, got her skins, plus her sexy motorsport outfit, and completed most of the time trials as Tana. I've been wanting Tana to get a fucking comeback since the Insane Trilogy came out 2 years ago, and now I got my wish. Shoutouts to Misty Lee for providing Crash's girl and future wife the voiceovers for Nitro Fueled. Tana is described to be a tough, no-nonsense woman determined to win no matter the cost, or the enemy. However, she does owe Crash her life for saving her from Cortex all those years ago. Now, she's back, and ready to kick some fucking ass in Nitro Fuel. Being an intermediate type with max acceleration is heaven itself. Tana may have gotten her boyfriend back, but with the overall Soniverse headcanon, she and Crash got married, had a son also known as Fake Crash Dub Jr. and a daughter, in which we may bring in a video explaining that later. Tana, we miss you. Now please, don't leave our buddy Crash again. You've come a long way since the 1990s, and now you're alive and well, keeping us and the fans entertained. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on the front lines for when Cortex or any fucker stands in your way, or even Crashes, Cocos, Crunches, or your own son Junior too. Tana, never change. And so is your voice actress Misty Lee too. Make the man that saved you happy, and carry on the legacy of the Crash Bandicoot storyline now in the history books by the accelerants themselves somewhere in the Soniverse. And that concludes this list.
Overall, I knew that making this countdown video took time to make, as I had side projects to do while writing, editing, and finalizing this one. To summarize this, 9th place was Fake Crash, Isabella in 8th place, Ami in 7th place, Crunch in 6th place, Megumi in 5th place, Liz in 4th place, Crash in 3rd place, Coco in 2nd place, leaving Torna in 1st place. With that said, I would like to thank the MEGALOW HQ community on our Discord and Twitter for voting on this top 9 countdown video. What are your favorite bandicoots on this list? Comment down below because we'll be reading through them as time passes by. In the meantime, make sure you like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe while clicking the bell icon to get notified of any future uploads. Also, you may notice that SC had inputted a female voice to do most of this video as he wanted to get this video out before the Back in Time Grand Prix ended. Anyway, this is MEGALOW HQ, signing out.